Hey everyone, Yui here again with another commentary. This time, the 1988 film Die Hard.
Oh
Is it a
boy.
Christmas movie? Is it not? Who knows? Who cares? But we're doing it anyway. Uh, and yeah, me and Av are here. You can either watch this as its own, separate audio track, or you can hit play with us when we do a countdown and watch it along with your own copy. All right, you ready, Ev?
Yes, I am ready to die hard as always.
We're dying hardly.
We're dying hard.
Uh, Alrighty. Three, two, one, go.
Gonna be interesting to watch this now, a decade removed from my first watching, having cultivated a much richer taste in cinema.
Right. I mean, we're so rich.
Yeah, there's halfway through me watching this. It's good. It's not Love Diaz though, you know.
It's yeah. So yeah, this I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, I didn't never grew up with this movie. I came to it more as like a McTiernan fan because I was like, well, I love Predator, so I'll check this out.
Right.
Um, but yeah, like to me, like this and the first Lethal Weapon are like they have the same energy. They're both like
That
Joel
makes
Silver,
sense.
late
Yeah.
'80s kind of like really really slickly made action movies that have the same sardonic, like postmodern LA sensibility.
Hmm.
Now, have you tried this, the carpet thing? Have you ever tried this? Because I've never been on a plane.
Uh, I have not actually. I fly a lot, but I have not tried this yet. This dude is like, oh my
Yeah.
god, Bruce Willis is serious business. Wow.
Always like, yeah, it's okay. I'm a cop. That I got a gun on a plane.
Hey, let's go, Die Hard.
Oh yeah, I always love like movies with the good title logos in the movie. You know the one
Hmm.
for Total Recall where it's like the huge fucking
Oh,
letters come
it
down.
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was watching Rebel Moon, I realized that I also had that kind of like that huge title. I miss those. I mean, like I know they're bombastic and ridiculous, but I feel like one movie should have
It
them.
did
Why
make
not?
sense in the context of Rebel Moon, I will say that. The rest of Rebel Moon, I will not comment on.
Yeah, we'll wait for the Rebel Moon commentary.
Oh my god, we just watch Happiest Season. Speak of corporate parties, I mean.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, this is also more like the cocaine yuppie movies too. It's
Oh
banging
yeah.
that shit. But the Japanese are taking over.
Yeah, give them 3 years. It'll be pretty over by then.
Oh god, like McTiernan's camera movements are so smooth.
Hmm.
Like he truly like to me he's one of like him and De Palma feel like the last guys who were interested in like this like very buttery smooth ice cream. I don't know, like to me it's like so elegant and operatic the way that he'll just like shape the camera around his actors. And I think
Yeah, because
oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say because like I was trying to think of an equivalent. Like I guess someone like Park Chan Wook does a lot of that still, but even then
Yes.
it's different. Even then it's a little different, I think. But
Yeah, he's more he does a lot more like like smash cuts and stuff. He's like much more aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, McTiernan was like, I don't know. To me, it's like he was the perfect guy for this era of like commercialized '80s entertainment, and I don't know. It's like I bemoan like the career that never really happened with him because he had like these three amazing movies, and then it feels like the wheels fell off, and then
He fell off,
yeah,
yeah.
everything got fucked up. But for these three movies, I think like Predator is obviously my jam the most, but I like all of them, and I feel like they all hold up to their own respects. You don't like Red October, do you?
I thought it was all right. I didn't hate it.
Okay, yeah. I think this is also shot by Jan de Bont, and I think it's like a beautiful movie. It has that Tony Scott look, you
Right.
know. I mean, it's less sun-baked than what he does. Like his stuff, like everyone's sweaty. Not so much
Yeah,
in this.
yeah.
This is a little more like steely, but it's still got that warm uh feeling around it that I don't know, like movies just don't have anymore. Especially ones like because we don't have most films aren't shot on film. So like the warm textures of this really,
And I mean, yeah,
I don't
just
know.
the way light interacts with digital is a totally different story, you know.
Right, like you see the way that he pushed the camera in on that card. Like that is
Mm.
like no one ever does stuff like that anymore. Oh god, I didn't even think. Yeah, the character Argyle in this. I can't stop thinking about that fucking god awful "From the Twisted Mind of Matthew Vaughn" trailer.
Oh,
So bad.
stop.
Oh man, like Bruce Willis, he smokes so much in all his movies. Like between this and Last Boy Scout, he is like king.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Just
last
pounding down cigarettes.
yeah, last Boy Scout he's going crazy. Yeah.
Last Boy Scout is one of those movies where like every scene starts with someone lighting a cigarette. But like that went away in like when you got to the late '90s. Like there really was like people just stopped doing it. It's kind of unfortunate.
Well, it probably has to do with a larger move away from cigarettes, I think,
Yeah,
culturally. But
people watched The Insider. They were like, "No, we can't do this
yeah,
anymore."
yeah, Michael Mann just saving lives, you know.
Among the things. Jan de Bont, yeah. So you look at the sky on this windshield. Oh, it's so
Hmm.
glorious. Like Jan de Bont, Speed is a great movie, but man, like the movies he shot, like I don't know, like he's one of my favorite DPs. Like just I think he's like an immaculate composer of images and color temperatures and everything. Like all the films that he's ever worked on look exquisite to me.
Right.
Yeah, I never been in LA. I
I
don't know if the
have.
Nakatomi Plaza is still there or not. I assume it still is.
Probably.
So
I didn't go to this part of LA.
look at this. This is like a very Tony Scott shot with the sun.
Very much, yeah.
Like how Argyle's like very concerned about his love life.
His love
Like
life, yeah, it's really funny.
he's like really going out of his way for him. I'm like, man, people in LA, I guess they're kind. No, it's not true.
That's just him. I don't think that's LA, frankly.
Yeah, yeah. But what I mean though is that like in like the writerly universe of LA, there people are like, oh yeah, people act like this. It's like no.
Because they all live there. They think they're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the touchscreen. Yeah, yeah. This is kind of ahead of the time with the fucking. I mean, because
Uh-huh.
now we just have this, but like, what, an 88? This must have not have been
Bro,
common.
those fucking Japanese, they're so ahead of us.
Oh, and they're futuristic, Evelyn. Oh my God, cyberpunk. Ooh.
Now it's China.
Yeah, there's something like quasi brutalist about the Nakatomi Plaza. Like, Michiru makes it very cavernous and just like you just got these imposing like slates of concrete. Yeah, the whole thing in this movie, right, is that oh, he's a New York cop, but he's in LA, so he's
He's in
kind of like
LA.
right.
He's kind of like a hard ass, yeah.
But then in the sequel, he becomes an LA cop, but then he goes to a New York airport, and then in the third movie, he's a New York cop again, and I'm like, man, dude, like, I've never heard of this. Like, people
He
just like
moves
going from different
around.
cities. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like a coastal guy.
Yeah, John McClane, coastal elite, you know.
Hey, right, right. See, look at this. Oh my God, the sky in the background. Look, that's exquisite. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, another one of these shitheel yuppie parties. Gotta hate this.
Yeah, I hate it too.
Oh, yes, we're all so polished with our fucking wool suits and shoulder pads, and we're just sitting around drinking, and here's our fountain. Or give me a break. Yeah, the guy who plays, uh, yeah, let's see, what was his name? James Shigeta. I know he's in the Yakuza, which is a film that we both have an intense admiration for.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, no, that's right. No, he was in the Sam Fuller movie Crimson Kimono.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has like a pretty long career. I think he played like the Japanese American cop in there.
My man's was doing coke.
I know. Classic joke, man. Pearl Harbor didn't work out. Yeah, dude, this guy they got on the left, man, he is like a Patrick Bateman like prototype. Just
Oh,
a complete
absolutely.
fucking douche. Yeah, this is one of like the peak divorce dad movies. I think divorce dads everywhere. Like, yeah, we all
Yeah.
got her Holly. God damn it.
God damn it, that's
She'd
who I
love me
am.
if she knew how much I loved her.
If I could save her from a building and terrorists and shit, you know.
Oh well, yeah. This is also like one of those peak like, what would I do in that situation type of
Yeah,
movies,
no,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's about. There's like a whole genre of like, what would you do type thing. It's like there's like a situation, and then you get like
Well, frankly, it's like it's a part of the American vigilante sort of tradition, I think.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, right.
it's like, well, when no one else can do it, I gotta do it. I gotta step up.
Yeah, gotta roll up my
I,
sleeves.
I'll be the dad who stepped up, you know.
Right, but you know what though? This is like that is the fantasy of dads everywhere, is to be the one who stepped up and saved everyone. When
Yeah,
in reality, it's like, you know, you you like accidentally walked behind a corner, then you just get shot and tortured or whatever.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Oh wait, who is it that was like his daughter in the fourth one? Oh, it was Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That's right. That was fucking
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah. We talked
Yes.
about it a few days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what like the audience thinks about this whole series. I mean, my main thing is, you know, I love
Well,
this one.
they got worse as they went on. Like
Yeah,
every sequel got worse.
I love this one. I actually do like two, although two is like a mess of a movie, but it's still pretty fun. Three, I don't know. People try to make the case that, oh, three is actually the best. I don't really see it.
Nah.
It's, I mean, to me, it just feels like a Lethal Weapon movie that got turned into a Die Hard film, and it just doesn't. It's like very much like, even like, this is not as much of an artifact of the 80s as three is of the 90s. I mean, it's so like the post Tarantino, we got to curse and say the N word every 5 seconds kind of thing.
Well, especially good they got Sam Jackson for that movie. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I mean he's out of his mind in that. Like that is like one of the first like Sam Jackson I don't give a fuck roles. Like he's just crushing it.
right.
Yeah, and then four is like, it has like the big tech thing where like they're like, we hacked into the White House or whatever the fuck, and then it steals the big jet fighter thing from True Lies. It just shamelessly steals it. And then it tries to make it like much more huge and blockbustery,
Right,
which
and
I
then
don't
A Good Day to
understand.
Die Hard is the best one, clearly, obviously.
Right. Well, yeah, it's got Jai Courtney in it. Why wouldn't it be the best? Dude, Jai Courtney. The fact that Hollywood tried to foist him onto us.
I
Great
forgot he even
sin.
existed.
I, after we finish this, I will go back to forgetting that he existed.
Shout out to the Evian water bottle.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes. The great. I mean, this is like one of the great intros for a character in movies, when like they pull in and like all the guys file out and Alan Rickman's just in the center. I mean, he looks
Yeah.
fantastic in this movie.
No, Alan Rickman looks awesome here. Yeah, rest in peace to him.
Yeah. I still need to see him in that Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie, because I've been told a bunch of times that he's amazing in that film.
Yeah, he's also really good in these really sort of obscure movies. There's one called it's Harry Potter and the Stone of something. Yeah,
Oh,
he's pretty good.
right. Yeah, something about a sorcerer. Yeah. Jesus. I mean, the sad thing is, though, he is the best part of those movies. Like, he is.
He is. I
excellent.
don't like those movies that much at all, but yeah, he is the best part. Yeah.
I love this guy. He kicks him. 2 points. See, but you know what? This movie really does, though, I think, inaugurate like a type of like hyper slick postmodern action thing, where like the bad guys, it's like they almost like take delight in what they're doing. Like, it's not just like they're
Right.
evil. It's like they're like intelligent, professional, but they're also like, they're jokesters, and like it's like the Shane Black thing, where the henchman has to be kind of like a weirdo, funny guy, but you hate him. But
Right.
he's like, but he's a little bit
He's a
of a
little quirky
jokester.
with it.
He's a little
Yeah,
quirky with it. That's exactly it. I mean, the blonde guy in this feels so much like the Shane Black type. He didn't write this movie. I think it was Stevie D'Souza who wrote this. The GOAT, director of Street Fighter, the movie. Look at this,
yeah.
the fucking trench coat. Okay,
I
God,
know, yeah.
I love trench coats.
Also,
So
I mean,
good.
just his hair, his facial hair, like all of it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the bad guys know how to use computers.
That was a thing too, where it became like, oh my God, what could computers do? Like, everything. Because like the entire like Nakatomi Plaza is essentially designed to be like this hyper modern, I don't know, like everything, right? All the advanced stuff. So the idea
Exactly.
that all that could be turned against you, right? And then you could shut the entire place down, unlock it. You see this in Jurassic Park too, right? Where it's like we shut
Right.
down the entire island and the dinosaurs are free, and like computers became the great plot device for everything, which they still are, to be honest. Most movies, like if there's a computer, it just becomes I'm hacking in, everything's I got control. It's like how did you do this?
Well,
How?
Yui, so the easiest way out that Dead Reckoning figure out is you just have the entity.
That's right, the entity.
You know what? This is an insane idea. A lot Dressed to Kill. I don't know if this exists. It'd be cool if there was an 80s movie where it was like the bad guy was like a trans girl computer hacker and like and like inaugurates that stereotype. I would
Yeah,
watch the shit out
there's
of
got to
that.
be something like that though, right? I feel that
Uh-huh.
that must it must have been like yeah,
Or
maybe
at
like an
least a
Albert
girl
Pion movie or something.
or at least a girl who's transcoded who's a computer hacker. Which yeah,
Yeah.
again, Albert Pune has already done that. In Nemesis, there's a girl. One of the characters has like the clockiest voice in the world. I'm
Oh
like,
my
dude,
god,
Albert
that's
Pune.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she literally has like a male name. It's awesome. Yeah.
See, I love these fucking tracking shots he does behind people. Obsessed with
Yeah,
this.
they're cool. Yeah.
See, but this is great though because like there's no fucking like dialogue of like we need to do this. You just see the characters in action
Well, they
doing what
already.
they have to do.
It's like if you think about it, they already planned this shit out. They're just doing it. Like they're just carrying it
So
out.
why would
Yeah.
they talk about it in the middle of it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, rather better not probably. Like, they got to be discreet.
But yeah, I just wish more movies did that or like yeah, don't explain it to us, just show us them doing it because then you communicate like the skill of what's happening and it
Exactly.
doesn't feel like a bunch of clowns who were like, we just came up with this idea 5 minutes ago.
No, yeah, like I think this goes back to our obsession with process. We like seeing the process of things unfolding in
Yeah.
films,
Yeah, I just love
details.
like in
Yeah.
Man Escaped when you just see every single detail of how
Oh
he
yeah.
escapes.
It's great. And all the great assassin movies we love are all about
Yes.
that.
Yeah, Assassin Core. Yeah, honestly, if I was John McClane, I'd be like, all right, Argyle, you gotta like just giving him a big tip, right? If he's waiting around for you, like oh, I love this where he's like, no, no, no. And he just like, nope, I'm doing it.
All right, it's time for John McClane to be the dad who stepped up
Yep, that's right. He's stepping up without shoes.
without shoes. Hey, it's just like what the guy at the airplane said.
See, but that's what makes this a really neat and tidy movie, is that you have stuff like that that kind of like weaves in and out.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem like it would be important, but like later when he's like stepping on glass, you're like, oh shit, this is
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like would not like that.
Okay, I've thought about this. I would hate to be in a situation like this where I'm like half naked for some reason.
Oh
Like,
my god, yeah, that would be the
I would be,
worst.
I would like, bro, at least let me put my clothes on. Like, I don't need to
Yeah,
be like exposed like this right now. Like some shit happens like this where I'm like in the middle of using the restroom and be like, come on,
oh
bro. Like,
that'd be so fucking yeah.
because
I don't think I've
I
ever
wrote.
seen that in a movie though. That would be funny.
I feel like some dumb comedy has probably played that gag at some point.
Oh yeah, but I don't watch comedy, so fuck that.
Yeah, fuck
Uh,
that. Yeah,
no,
we're too
no.
good for comedy. So
Honestly, after watching what is it,
happiest.
Happiest Season, I feel like we are too good for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Jesus,
yeah, yeah. Unless it's obviously a Johnny To White Cafe comedy. Then
that's right, that's right. Unless
I
it's
see it
My Little
like
Pony Sees Ghosts.
yes. Yeah, that camera move when he's like think, and it moves under him almost.
It's so
Interesting
good.
choices. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, because then you get the lens flare too. Like it's nice. Like it's
Exactly. Yeah.
like McTiernan's always like very conscious of how the lights in his environment can then illustrate character and like where they come into play and how to. I mean, I think he's one of the great utilizers of the anamorphic format where you just like his movies always feel big and I don't know, like again, it's a part of like that slickness too, where it's like not quite neo-expressionist MTV kind of thing, but it's like a like the next generation of that. Um, and yeah,
Right.
like Hunt for Red October is like so full of these enormous, gigantic lens flares that are just inside a submarine, and you're like, man, I'm inside like a tight space and I'm blinded. Yeah, see the blonde guy here, like it's like I don't know, like he's a part of like a grand tradition of action movie bad guys where you just get some like vaguely intimidating European looking guy and
Exactly.
like he's like like Dolph Lundgren's father or
Yeah, I
something,
was about to say that was half of Dolph Lundgren's career. Like
right?
that was just
He just looks like the evil like you know Aryan
or
Ubermensch bad
yeah,
guy.
vaguely European guy. Yeah.
See, I love this thing how like these guys pretend to be like, oh, we're revolutionaries or whatever, but like really they're just bank robbers
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
But then it's like Alan Rickman very much has this like conceited idea of him as like this like oh well, I'm an intellectual and hello there, let's talk on equal terms, and like this old you know like British fucking like we're just gonna be extremely polite about shoving a gun in your face type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like nowadays that's been ripped off so much, I think, like we've seen it
Oh
time and time
yeah.
again. But when he does it here, like I don't know, it's like he does it so perfectly with the exact amount of like sneer, but like you kind of like him still because you're like, ah, shit, though he is charismatic. Oh, that's right. I forgot the fucking guided missile. This shit's so ridiculous, dude. Can you imagine like it's like, all right, yeah, we're gonna rob this place. Let me bring in the fucking rocket launcher, like only in the '80s.
These people are high class. What can I say?
I don't know. Like
Mhm.
to me, it's like when you're busting out the guided missile rocket launcher. I don't know. Like maybe it should just. It's a little bit much. Like I
It is
support
a
it,
bit
but
much.
it's also like it's a lot.
But it makes for a good action movie, so
See, I love this thing. He's like benefits of a classical education. Like he's so. It is like
He's
almost
like the lumped aristocrat almost. Like
exactly, exactly.
yeah.
See, like I understand this conceptually. I gotta say though, like I don't know, like I don't think I would ever have like a vault for anything. Like I truly don't. Like I don't have anything in my life that I'd be like, I gotta put it in my vault.
In my
Like
vault.
like much less like millions of dollars in bare amount. Like I don't even know how that shit works, but
Yeah,
like just
I've
as
never
personal
I've
items, I'd be like, listen, man, any material possessions I have, like, yeah, I steal them, I guess, but like I'm not gonna hide that shit in a fucking
well,
metal case.
I've obviously never had enough economic assets to even need to think about that. Yeah, at least. Shockingly, I don't actually run a massive international corporation. Um,
Yeah, I don't know, Av. I mean, you say that, but I've been looking at your
at
stock
your
portfolio.
at your finances, and there's some
Yeah.
suspicious transactions. You know?
Suspicious transaction at the Cayman
And
Islands.
yeah, all these transactions saying CCP. I wonder what that stands for. I wonder what you're doing in this country. This man named Xi Jinping keeps sending you money for some reason.
Like he's just like, yeah, yeah, fax it to Av. She'll understand.
Yeah, well, yeah, she knows what to do. She knows what she has to do in the U.S. Yeah, I get people to watch The Wandering Earth too. That's what I'm doing.
That's exactly, yes, infiltration. It's happened.
Oh man, that's a good squib right there.
Hell yeah. But see, like that's like the old school meaty ass Paul Verhoeven squib. You
Right.
never get that anywhere at all. All of it now is like digital bullshit blood. That was like you
No,
just
that's like that's hefty. Like you can feel that, you know.
Well, McTiernan's like a genius though because he doesn't show you him getting shot. He shows the blood splashing onto the fucking glass, right? Like he's not interested in like the gore of it. He's interested in like the visceral effect of
Right.
like it's almost like
Well,
it's like
it's the distinction to me between a kind of stylized violence versus just a really gruesome kind of violence, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Which to me, I'm always more interested in like the
In the stylized,
stylization
me
over
too.
because like any asshole can like rig the fucking thing and then just film it. Like that
I mean,
doesn't mean anything to me.
that's what a lot of shitty ass horror movies kind of premise themselves on. Just you see like the guts and shit, and it's really gross, and
Yeah, I've never cared.
it's like whatever. Yeah. Whereas
Because
I think action movies,
at that point, you're just like exhibiting special effects rather than telling a story.
right? Whereas in a lot of great action movies, I think it's like the violence is very stylized in that way.
Yeah, like in like a John Woo movie, right? You know, like you're watching like people just get shot a bajillion times, but
Right.
it's not about like, oh, and their guts are spilling onto the floor or whatever. It's almost like their bodies are held together by the strength of their honorable spirit. You know?
Right. Or in like the John Wick movies where he's just painting a picture with their blood, you know?
Oh
Like...
yeah, yeah.
The fucking Beethoven kicking in.
That's so good.
Every dad is just like, yeah, I'll be like John McClane. I'll be thinking, you know.
I'll be thinking. Yeah, see, this is interesting though, in the way like because the entire building is networked, there's almost like a video gamey quality to it where you have like, oh, here's this level and like there's this like it's like segmented. And I
Right.
think like so many movies that would rip this film off, and like God knows there's like 100. Uh, they definitely do have that like everything is organized into these specific like geographical set pieces, and it goes from, because like I think like older action movies, it's more like we go from point A to point B, and like it's a detective, or it's just explosions and stuff. This really starts the trend of like trying to organize things in like according to like either like a locale, or like you see like Paul W.S. Anderson, right? Like he does this all the time, where you have like the map of the place, and they're over here, and now they're over in this segment,
Exactly.
right?
Right,
Like I
right. And
I think
like
that does come from movies like this.
absolutely, yeah. I was also just about to say during that scene where he's looking out the window and the cops are turning around, it's like, you stupid fuckers. It's like every dad's like, yeah, those cops don't do shit. I'll figure it out.
I know, but it is that though, right? It's so like it is like the ultimate fantasy.
Which I do think is kind of funny in this context, like and I do think it's very deeply baked in American culture, at least in my
Oh, it
impression.
truly is. It's like everything
Yeah.
else can fail, but I gotta be on my game.
Right.
Yeah, because like in real life, the fucking dad would just get shot by fucking blonde Aryan dude here.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, but the full-blooded American dad will defeat this Euro scum.
That's right. Well, you know what? There is that element here too. Where it's like evil Europeans.
Yeah, these annoying aristocratic fucks unlike us unpretentious Americans.
Right, the way he says that, because you're a policeman.
It's so funny that that's the assumption. It's like, well, do they really have rules? Like,
No, 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 no. And like people will say like neither New York cops or LA cops. Like
yeah,
they'll just be like, nah.
they're both some of the worst in the country. Yeah. Let's go.
And anytime someone falls downstairs in a movie, like I'm always like, God, that's the worst. Like I just don't want to fall downstairs. It's my nightmare.
You you watching John Wick Chapter 4. Oh no.
It is though. It's so visceral. Like at the theater, I was like, no.
Damn, Euroid got destroyed by stairs. Rip in peace.
Euroid. God damn it. I love all like the displays for this old tech stuff.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. The modern sleek ass displays we have don't even fucking compare to the cool
Well,
ass
because everything's like
aesthetic
a
of those.
fucking like a rounded touchscreen now. It sucks.
Yeah. It's like the Matrix and your shit like that. It looks cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, give me the green letters. I love those like his small feet.
My mans just want shoes. But I mean, like, I've kind of been making fun of McClane as this like vigilante meathead kind of guy, but he is smart. Like, he's figuring out like what's going on. He's like, pushing multiple floors. You know, he
Well,
knows to
yeah,
use the fire
honestly,
alarm.
like
Yeah,
he's the ideal of like what people would refer to, because most people wouldn't think
yeah.
of this shit. Like I don't know, because like my dad is like definitely this type of guy who like has like thought about like, oh well, you would do this and this, you know what I mean? Like but it's like
Mm.
but he actually has like experience in regards to like situations like this. So it's like, I mean, not that he ever fought terrorists or whatever, but like,
Oh, right,
you know,
right, yeah.
like he's been in violent encounters, so like he knows like, all right, like here's what you would ideally want to do.
Right, right.
I love like like what is he eating here? Is he eating like sushi or something?
Yeah, I can't tell from here, frankly.
Yes, say,
You
give me the
know,
close up. Give me the
give
close
me
up
the
of
close
McTiernan.
up. I gotta see what he's eating. Yeah.
Well, it's like one of the party favors, I guess, because they were having this party here.
Right, right. Let's go. Hell yeah. Dude, Alan Rickman's line reading of Ho 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 is so
It's so
good.
good because he has such contempt for it. Like he's one of the all-time great. I have contempt for you.
Also, the he's still doing like police work, like he's writing down names and shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. See, like, I mean, it's interesting because, like, I don't know. I think this is like a very well written, like, well constructed movie, and
Mhm.
I think a lot of the movies that it inspired, like, way much less. They might be good or whatever, but like, like Speed doesn't have this level of like detail or smarts or like trying to figure shit out. Like, it's much more just like, all right, here's the fucking roller coaster ride. Whereas this
Right,
takes the
right.
time, yeah, for details like that, for like him picking up the lighter, like all the things that you want, like you get essentially, and it's all very again, like well considered and well filmed. And
Mhm.
you're not really like, just like blasting by stuff and like totally disregarding logic, which is funny because like this gets lumped in with all the crazy like macho 80s movies when it feels much more like McTiernan. He's a part of that, but like when you look at Predator, right, and even Last Action Hero, like those are movies that basically make fun of all that stuff, and I think this is a part of that too, where he's like not like this like huge Superman guy. He's just like a guy who like pays attention to basic things.
Right. All the dads watching are like, no, fuck you, you don't understand. John's got under control.
I like how we
You're a
have like
cop.
the
Hey,
running dad commentary.
you're a cop wherever you are. Okay, it's always your
That's right, it's your
responsibility.
duty.
Because I mean, like, frankly, like this movie is such like the art is not the archetype, but it's like I think it embodies that sensibility that is a through line throughout a lot of American popular cinema. Um,
Yeah, the lone cowboy hero type thing. I mean, like, look, they even like make a joke about it later.
yeah. Oh boy.
All these guys are like all wearing like sweaters and shit.
Yeah. They're in. It's a Christmas movie. They're in cozy mode. What can I
Right.
say?
Oh, see, look at all like the fucking the lens flare, like not lens flares, but like the lights in the
Uh-huh.
back. Like McTiernan's one of the best guys who's just like, yeah, man, give me those little pippets of the skyline.
The Twinkies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually never had a Twinkie in my life before.
Really?
No. I don't
Yeah,
like
they're
sweet
not good.
stuff. Yeah. Lol, he just happens to be right there.
Do when I look at those gas prices, holy shit, fucking 74 cents. My God.
Bite inflation, baby.
I will say too, like them actually using this building, and like just it being like a real physical locale that they can shoot around. It
Yep.
makes so much of a difference. Like the fact that this isn't like some set or some green screen or whatever. Like, it's a real fucking place and they're shooting around, like what the building is. And so
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
it feels so less contrived than like, all right, we're here in some like anonymous whatever. Like, you really do like when they're
Well,
out on the roof, you're like, okay, well that is the roof. There's no
yeah,
doubting it.
and especially because the design of the building is so distinctive, it's like it does stand out, you know.
Yeah,
There
it's like
there's
a
a strong sense of
hexagon.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys
Yeah,
also they all have like the European like evil looking guns.
they
Like
really
like
do.
like, like the
Yeah.
AUG or whatever, like all these like weird oblong fucking things. Also, this is my favorite movie thing, like the giant spinning fans, like the
Yeah.
huge. Oh, later he's crawling in like the big air duct that's sized for a person. My favorite thing. I want to like climb one of these someday, but they're never big enough. They're just like too small. Mission Impossible, they also have this too, where he's
They
in the
do,
CIA
yeah.
and it's like this huge air duct that leads into the secret room, and it's like, wait, no one's like, maybe let's not make this large enough for a human being to fit through. I think the stupidest thing in that movie too is like there's a rat in there. I'm like, hold on, you're telling me the fucking Langley has like rats in the
As a rat.
building?
Yeah, they have rats in the building. It's the people who work there, you know.
That's right. Wait, yeah, it's commentary from De Palma.
Yeah. It's just like the rat in The Departed.
Oh no!
the,
Oh my
the
god!
the dumbest shit that Scorsese has ever done. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That was a predecessor to his cameo in Killers. Like that really was when you think about it.
okay,
Like
well, okay, no.
that was a Grace Note too many.
I will give the Killer's cameo more credit than that.
I agree, but you would see how that's like a similar gesture.
I guess,
He's like,
yes.
let me just put my finger on the scales here a little bit.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is so fucking bonkers to me. Like, I would just like, I'd be like, no, dude, I cannot go down in
I
the
cannot
bottomless
do this
pit.
shit. Frankly, 99% of cops would do some shit like this. Like,
No, 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 no. Well, hold the fucking like they can barely walk. Are you talking? You kidding me?
this is yeah, this is just some Bruce Willis insanity. Ah, yeah, the classic. The way this is edited is really smart, I will say. Yeah, so if you've seen the previous shot right before he grabs onto that ledge, like he's actually falling towards the center, but because they cut onto the action slightly beforehand in the next shot, your eyes make it seem like that was not the case. You
Yeah,
know?
you're right. Wow,
It's
I didn't
very
even think about that.
very clever. I mean, that's how you do it. You overlap the action so it becomes one movement, you know? A lot of Hong Kong movies are great at that.
Yeah, see, but I love this though because like now he's crawling in the vents. Now you have like all these upward camera movements of them trying to like track. I mean, it's like the stuff that I love where like, you're navigating the space within the film and
hmm
you're like using character action to just explore this locale in such a nuanced way.
hmm
I gotta say though, like I've seen this thing a bajillion times where like you'll have someone in an event and like people fire into it. I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way you're missing my man. There's
No,
no
yeah,
way
yeah.
you're missing my man.
I was about to say, like, this seems a little far-fetched to me. Come on, get his ass.
Yeah, who did the score for this? It's a lot more of a playful score than I remember.
I have no idea.
Let me see. Oh, Michael Kamen, of course it is. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh of course, yeah, yeah. It was in the credit. I noticed it because I know him from the Metallica, the San Francisco Symphony of Metallica.
Let's look at Michael Kamen. Yeah, Die Hard, The Iron Giant, Brazil, Event Horizon, Lethal Weapon, uh, all the Die Hards, The Dead Zone, Highlander, Roadhouse, Last Boy Scout, and a bunch of other stuff.
And most importantly, with the San Francisco Symphony doing S&M with Metallica, great live album. That version of One is awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to it. I'll have to believe you.
It's well, yeah, you're not as much of a Metallica head as I am.
Yeah, I dropped off. I was like, enough of this.
Nah, dude, I've listened to every Metallica album countless
I know
times.
you have. I'm gonna stay over here with Slayer and Megadeth. I'm with my
Nah,
boys.
nah. I Rust in Peace is great, but I
No,
overall
hold
like
on.
Metallica more than Megadeth.
No way.
I do,
No
I do.
way.
I'm
Hold on.
sorry.
This is not okay, Avalon. This is too much. Bridge too far. God damn it.
Slayer, I think Slayer, I think is equal to Metallica for me.
Oh, equal. Equal.
Yeah,
Okay, well, at least you'll give me that. Shit.
yeah. And Anthrax, everyone just forgets about.
No, any of Megadeth's like first 4 albums, I will say, like, better than anything Metallica's ever done. I will
I
argue
will have
this.
to disagree, but we'll leave it at that.
Dude, what was it? So far, so good. So what? Come on, it's a masterpiece. What can I say?
No, no, it's not.
It so is though. All right. I think that also came out in '88.
Yeah. That and Justice for All.
I do like that album though. That is a good album.
Yes.
Oh, Ev, where's my bass? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I think the album sounds awesome, actually. Like production heads who just want everything to sound super clean. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
No. Got to maintain the character and the soul.
fuck him up. Yeah, you're right. This camera is so dynamic. I haven't seen it, as I said, I haven't seen this movie in forever, so I don't remember. But
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus
Tiernan
Christ.
great. I mean, he's like the last guy to ever really consistently pull off this stuff on this type of movie. Like afterwards, like it's like no one gives a shit.
And even he only did it like 3 times successfully.
Yeah, I think like once Last Action Hero happens, I think like he just
He
like
lost it.
that's just not a good movie. I feel like he became unbalanced as an artist. There's something really
Yeah.
changed. Dude, it's so good. This is so good. Oh, the one-liners. God. You know, that was the thing that you don't see that often now. I can't remember the last time I saw like a really like zingy one-liner. Feels like people are embarrassed to do it today. They really should.
Yeah.
I always like
Well,
'em.
okay, that's because people these days write quips instead of one-liners, you know? It's
That's
like,
right. Yeah, it
yeah.
becomes everything's got to be like a nervous, like,
Well,
like
that just
nothing.
happened.
Well, that just happened. Whoa, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I can fucking leave that behind.
Whoa.
Reminds me of the opening of Lethal Weapon, where the girl like it's like all coked up and she jumps out of the fucking thing.
Right. Argyle just hanging out.
He's just hanging. Dude, he backs up so hard. It's
I
incredible.
know.
Yeah, see, it's interesting, like the way that McClane talks in this, like with like the pop culture references and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like it's something we associate more with like the Tarantino thing. But
Right.
it did exist before then, right? I think it's like Tarantino was like the crystallization of it, but it was a trend that I think you had these movies where it was like, hey, we're also in a movie though, you know, like we're referencing stuff and like we exist in this universe, like that type of thing. And
Right.
like now it's just become everything, right? It's crazy to
Well,
think about a time that wasn't that, but there was a time.
I especially think in the context of this movie, where you have this American character going up against like these European guys in a Japanese corporate building, like
Right.
specifically drawing American pop culture references, I think is an interesting point, like
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a signification of a certain like
right.
culture.
And it's like you don't actually get this, like do these guys know what Jeopardy is? Like, let's go, yippee ki motherfucker, classic. And then every sequel will attempt to shoehorn in that line,
It's
and
so bad though. Like, oh my
yeah.
god, so goofy. Forget how much this movie is the henchman just running around from place to place.
Right. Well, Alan Rickman is just chilling here.
He's just sitting. He's like, no, I'm not going to move a muscle.
The Schwarzenegger reference in this movie.
But that's what I
He's
mean
that.
though. It's
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
bits like that where it's like very you know, like we're talking about like this pop culture stuff. I mean, you can think about it, like Last Action Hero is like very much like an
Well,
apotheosis
yeah,
of
it's known for that. Yeah.
yeah.
It's just funny because Bruce Willis would immediately become contemporaneous with Schwarzenegger in this era of like big action guys.
Right.
Yeah. Also crazy to think Schwarzenegger was already like pretty huge at this point because it's like what, Terminator, Commando, I
Yeah, I
guess.
mean this was like nearing the peak of him, right? This is like a couple of
But
years
this is
before Total Recall and
and T2, like
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Man, there's so many movies with this type of guy. This like this like type of man, I'm gonna be the doubting Thomas. Wah! Like holy shit. God. Like just hate this guy. I love this shit. What idiot put you in charge? You did.
Yeah, you see, he's an elevated aristocrat. He can negotiate reasonable demands.
Right, right, right.
He's like, oh shit, wait.
He's like, wait a second. Wait a second.
I think I know a guy in there.
I think he has my name. Yeah, I've only been in a limo once. It was pretty nice.
I've never been in a limo, actually. I have no idea what that's like.
See, this is classic like police idiocy bullshit. Like, oh man, we can't infer anything, so we're just gonna go in, like the stupidest fucking thing possible. And the sad thing is, like, it's like not that removed from reality at all. In fact,
Right.
sometimes it is definitely worse. Like, yeah, dude,
Yeah,
let's
that's
just,
what.
let's make like a bad situation already worse because that's what
Yeah,
we do best.
this is like when we were like, well, you need cops because we need people to investigate shit. I'm like, they're really
No,
bad at it. Like,
no, they suck. Well, because what earlier in the movie, Bruce Willis was talking about like how he has 30 unsolved cases at his desk back in New York. It's like he's, you know what I mean? Like they're not good. See, this is where I come in with like my professionalism take. I'm like, they're not professional. They don't do their jobs well.
They
I don't like them.
know. We need the people's private investigators.
I agree. Yeah, we need the People's Mercenary Corps.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if anyone has ever done something like akin to this. Because if so, I've never heard about it.
Wait, like a John McClane type, like literally doing
Oh,
this in real life.
no. What I mean is like trying to take over a building like this and like using the security measures to keep everyone out. Like I
Oh,
wonder if,
good question. I don't think so, from what I
because
recall.
honestly, like it doesn't seem far fetched, really. I assume it must have happened at least once.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I guess you would have to like have people on the inside and stuff. It would be fairly complicated.
It
But
would be fairly complicated, yeah.
I love the gag of like the SWAT guy fucking getting stung by the roses.
Uh-huh.
It's like stuff like that where like Maternan's like, yeah, these guys suck. You're getting the snack. Oh my god, the fucking yeah, the lens stuff here is crazy. It reminds me of Escape from New York, right? Like these like huge eye popping
Right.
fucking rainbows.
The fucking bear, man. Yeah, it's funny how John McClane is decrying, these macho assholes.
Yeah.
These guys who
See,
are
but
not,
that's
who are not thinking, they're just going in. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like Predator has that, this has it. And like Last Action Hero is all about like kind of how that stuff is just like ridiculous. And it's like McTiernan doesn't believe in I don't know, like the crazy like musculature and all that. Like he's much more interested in like the pragmatic smarts, right? Like he takes Arnie, right, and he like forces him to be like, all right, like you have to play defense on this one, which
Yeah, you
really,
actually have to understand guerrilla warfare at some level.
yeah,
Yeah.
which never happens in any of his other movies, really.
Yeah, well, because everyone else in that, like Jesse Ventura, just gets fucking wrecked. Like everyone else
He
just
just
dies
gets
in that movie.
destroyed. He has like heart
Yeah.
gets ripped out. Yeah, look at these lens flares. It's almost like J.J. Abrams type shit. Oh, you know what I missed from this era? Speaking of John Woo, the sparks. Every time something goes off, just sparks
Yeah,
flying
it's
everywhere. I missed it so much.
yeah, visually it looks great.
There was an interview with John Woo where he said, someone asked him like, "Oh, like why do you have so many like when people get shot in your movies, they don't just get shot; they like emit sparks." And he
They
said,
like
he,
yeah.
he said he wants to make it look like a painting. I was like, man, so
Yeah,
true, King.
exactly. No, that's the principle. Yeah.
So true.
It's why they fucking blow up, like
Yeah.
like in Hard Boil, dude. It's like the shotguns are basically shooting bombs, like
Yeah. Yeah, that scene in A Better Tomorrow too, where he fires the shotgun and like the guy like gets like perforated through the window. It's the loudest fucking thing.
It's awesome. I love how this is like the American logic, like wow, German just sounds so evil and fucked up, like
I mean, it does though.
yeah, no, it
Yeah,
does.
yeah. According to fucks like Heidegger, it's like, oh, it's the only philosophic language. Give me a break.
Yeah, right, dude.
It's fucking gutter speech. Can I tell you, I don't understand how like C4 works. Like it looks just like a
Oh,
bunch of
me
like
neither.
plastic goo and like you stick a thing into it and like it's
And it
explosive.
blows up.
Like
Yeah.
how the fuck like who came up with that shit? Who invented that? It was like, yeah, just explosive goo.
I have no idea.
This is so good. It's so loud. Oh my god. I love that thing. It's like it's like you never account for how big the explosive is.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it blows back, you're like, oh wait.
You're like, oh fuck, it's gonna get to me. Yeah, this fucker is now like, wait, this actually is a serious situation, dumbass. This this goddamn West Germans, should have all been taken over by East Germany. We wouldn't have this problem to begin with.
Honestly, yeah, some mistakes were definitely made.
Yeah, Stalin shouldn't have gone farther west, is what this movie's telling me.
I mean, yeah, yeah, got all the Nazi fucks who were just like, "Oh, sweet, I got my old job back." Yeah, fuck you, pricks. Who gives a shit about glass?
Well, you certainly give a shit about Glass 2019, directed by M. Night
I
Shyamalan.
I do. Also starring Bruce Willis.
Also starring Bruce Willis. Probably one of his last like roles where he was half conscious of what he was doing.
Yeah. Oh god, I was hoping that not to come up during this, but it is sad. Like,
I mean, it's unavoidable, frankly. I was thinking about it.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy because in like in all his movies, like he's a very like quick-witted guy, and it just it's like you would never think, but it shows you like
Right.
I don't know, shit comes for any of us.
Mm-hmm. My man doing coke to cope and seethe.
Got to takes the edge off, you know. See, but I love the way the lights look behind his desk. It's so pretty.
Hmm. It almost becomes abstracted in a way.
Yeah. They're happening.
This fucking jack off.
I love him. You're amazing. You
Just
figured this
kill
out
his
already.
ass. Honestly, I'd be glad if they just need to kill him. He needs to shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
oh yeah, he gets what he deserves.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. I remember.
Bobby, I'm your white knight. See, this is such a great idea though, of like them all being able to hear each other and talk on the radio.
Exactly.
I like how the guy gets him a Coke and then
I
pours it
know.
into a glass. It's the most
Yeah.
pretentious thing. You can like hear the fuzz, the fizz of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so good. God damn it. Guy, he's like fucking too dumb to live.
I know. Fuck this guy. Dumbass.
Didn't even get to finish his Coke. What a tragedy.
What a tragedy, I know.
Yeah, Hans Gruber is like one of the great all-time villain names. Gruber.
Gruber.
See though, if you were to like do this kind of shit though, like this is an excellent smokescreen. Just like throw a bunch of like political nonsense in front of them. I just
Exactly, yeah.
the Asian Dawn movement.
He's
In
making
Sri
shit up.
Lanka. I love that I read about them in Time magazine.
And Time magazine. This guy's beginning to realize his fucking plan is dumb as shit. I should do that. I should just start listing all these random groups I know. So,
You should have known by the time they get to like, they're like, wait, none of these people exist.
No, I would list real names so they would start going. I was like, you tell the Filipino government to not designate the New People's Army as a terrorist group, and
Yeah.
they get some random dish shit academic.
Dude, but this is like such like classic news stuff though. Like this
No,
happens
it's
all the
true.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like today now, this is like if something happens and they just, get Zizek on Russia Today or whatever.
Oh God, yeah. Tech. Ugh.
Oh, I love this Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, the no relation. Yeah, yeah,
So
no
good.
shit.
See, but this is great though because it's like smokescreen, and it's like suddenly as soon as you start calling for like hostages to be released and this and that, suddenly like the fucking dickheads in the FBI are like, oh yeah, we'll actually come in and we're gonna do all this and fuck this thing up even more than you guys already did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like you keep bringing more guys to fuck shit up.
Yeah, it's like the fucking like Benny Hill mob of American law enforcement bureaucracy.
Right, right. Implying the LAPD is any better than NYPD. Yeah,
No,
right.
no, no. God, no. See, I love the shit where he fakes him out though, because he's looking at the fucking like the
Exactly.
display of names. It's so like
Yeah.
smartly composed. Oh man, dude, he just blows that guy's legs
No, yeah,
apart.
that blows his legs get fucking destroyed.
So
It's
good.
it's awesome.
It's like just getting like just liquefied.
And he collapses in the glass, like
It's so good. Well, I love how like all the glass stuff here is set up, and like in any other movie, you just be like, okay, whatever, glass is getting broken. But like here, it's actually like utilized as like an environmental detail, and so you're like,
Right.
okay, like it actually matters the fact that like you're like sitting around, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe I should be walking here without any shoes. Man, it's so ridiculous that they're this high up in the tower. They just have like an indoor fountain.
I know, it's so stupid.
Fucking just god awful. Oh god. Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
dude, I couldn't
Dude.
imagine doing that shit.
Oh man. Ugh.
You know who does have flat feet? I do.
Who? You do?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. What's
Yeah,
that
I
like?
do. It's normal.
I don't really understand like what the difference is, but
Well, my foot is really just flat. I don't have an arch on my foot at all.
really? Okay.
Yeah. I can clap my feet together like they're hands, you know?
Holy shit. That's incredible. Dude, man, cops hate killing kids. Did you know this,
Oh,
Ev?
crazy. Who would have thought it? It's
Who
not
would have thought this? I
it's
never
not
it would have
true.
crossed my mind. Like, you can't do it. The music.
Yeah, the fucking Beethoven, dude. Oh my god, these people are so stupid.
I forgot about the
The
fucking like the samurai
the
armor and
samurai
shit.
armor, yeah, yeah, the samurai armor in the same.
See, this is the ideal of every divorced dad, just being like, "Yeah, I was an asshole,
I
but
was an
fuck,
asshole, but
I loved her though."
divorced dad being like, yeah, I should have been behind her more if you know what I mean.
Whoa,
Whoa.
dude.
It is really funny to me that if you just look at a lot of like boomer humor, it's just like my bitch of a wife, haha, am I right?
Well, it's like I love her, but also, God, she irritated the hell out of me.
Couldn't be me.
No. You see, I love that bit. Instead of cutting, he just like moves the camera around so you
Exactly.
center him.
That inversion. We're both professionals, but this is personal. Dude, McClane is going sicko mode.
Yes, it's just like fuck it, man. Yeah, he always has these lights behind his actors that create these halos, like around, like what they're doing. Like you know what I mean? It's like he's just moving the camera up and down around them.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the shit that I love. Av just get smoke everywhere.
Yeah. I know.
I love this like totally cynical, like, oh yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah.
lose the hostages.
Yeah,
Like he
we can
doesn't
take
fucking
like we can lose like 25% of them, yeah.
such fucking scumbag shit. Well, it's like the stuff right now with like Israel and Palestine. It's like oh yeah, you know,
Right,
we'll just
right.
fucking yeah bomb the shit out of this, and oh you know it'll sort itself out.
All these civilians die, you know, and
And it's like you don't give too less of a shit. Well, even like with their fucking own hostages, they're like,
yeah, with their
oh
own
yeah,
hostages.
even if they were
Yeah.
all released, yeah, we're still gonna. It's like come on, like fuckers.
I mean, some of those hostages themselves even said, you know, when I was in Gaza, it's like you could hear like the, you know, it's Israel bombing us, not Hamas, you know.
Yeah, yeah, who's trying harder to kill you? Oh, so he gets shot in the back. Ugh.
I know, yeah, it's tough. That fucking pretension.
It's fucking chaining him up.
Yeah, getting hanged by chains, dude.
That's
Crazy.
what I'm talking about. Like 80s movies. Like I'm convinced that Ridley's the cause of this. There's always like chains hanging from the ceiling, like an alien. Like for no
Uh-huh.
fucking reason. You're like, what? Who's hanging these chains? It's great though. I love it.
It's for the set piece. That's what matters.
Just like fucking Saigon.
The fucking idiot FBI.
So bad.
This really is like the libertarian, like, man, the deep state, these fuckers, they're out to
Kind
hurt
of.
us.
It's like yeah, they're just like this like complete like it's like yeah, these guys couldn't fucking I don't know, like couldn't manage a circus.
A good New York cop on his own could do this shit, you know.
Oh, this bit with the fucking where he's jumps off the building is so crazy.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm so hyped.
So yeah, I love this shit. Like it's like, oh god, please don't let me die. It's like, yeah, that's what I would say too. Please.
Yeah. Man, the bloody feet against the
That's
window,
so
like.
good. Oh my god, the helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys got fucking owned.
Yeah, good. Fuck them.
The offhand call. We're gonna need some more FBI guys, I guess. Actually, I actually don't think we need them. I think
Yeah,
this is proof
maybe
we don't
not.
need them. Yeah.
See, something I like about this song is because it does start off like more like quiet and low key. By the time you get to like all this crazy stuff
It's
happening,
actually insane.
it does feel
Yeah.
like a huge escalation. You're like, wow.
It does. Yeah, it's just like initially it's just this guy in the airport in the airplane, and now like helicopters are being blown up and shit. Like. The little like push in cuts onto
Yeah.
the tape. Yeah, that's nice.
You know, you never see that nowadays. That's good. We should bring that back.
Yeah, people mistake them for jump cuts. It's a totally different thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not even an axial cut either, because he's like pushing in at different angles.
Exactly. Yeah. Shout out to Argyle coming in last minute.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck it.
He's been listening in. He knows what's going on.
See, but that is like the great stuff about that radio thing, though, is that like everything makes sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
is arbitrary.
It's not a Deus Ex Machina because it actually makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is so fucked up in this movie.
I know he is. He really goes through the ringer. But I mean, his little trick here, where it's like he's pretending that he still has a usable machine gun, but he's like, "Oh, I'm actually gonna use the pistol with the 2 bullets," you know? The correction is Gary Cooper, asshole. Again, the Europeans don't actually know their American culture references. Alan Rickman's line reading of that is so good. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Let's go. The tape. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Slow motion Alan Rickman fall.
Yeah. Dude, when you can just see the light leaving his eyes, he's like, oh fuck.
He's like, oh fuck. It's so over for him. I love too how undramatic it is. He just falls and you just hear the thud and that's it. Like
Yeah, you're like, damn.
Greatest divorce stat ever.
Yes.
Fights a bunch of terrorists and shit to get back with his wife. He's like, honey, these are my feelings for you. Can't you
My
see?
feelings.
Can't you see this fucked up skyscraper?
Man, this shit's a fucking disaster zone.
I know, dude. Like almost on par with 9/11 at this rate. Like,
No, if this happened in real life, like truly, like would be one of the most gonzo things to ever happen in history.
I know. The Wikipedia, or someone said it, but the Wikipedia article for this would be insane. Like,
Can you imagine like the conspiracy theories? Like, was McLean
yeah.
a terrorist?
Was McLean in on it from the get-go, you know? They're like looking into the connections of the hostages. Oh, but what if, you know?
But what if? Is Gruber still alive in the Maldives?
No. But look, at the end of the day, look, what matters is the bromance. He's like, wait, fuck my wife. This is the guy I really love.
No, but honestly though, truly though, like it is funny.
Like they're literally, it's like the classic romantic thing. They're looking at each other through the crowd, like
it's so good. Classic. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, the bro. Yeah, his wife is just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, now that's a real hug right there.
There you go. There you go. Like she's just watching me, like, okay,
yeah, she's like, okay, well, I guess you love him more than you love me. Yeah.
It's funny because the sequels have proved that to be true.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen any of them.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah,
classic
yeah,
fucking
this
thing.
shit. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, it's the Michael Mann shot.
It's oh yeah, yeah. He gets his big heroic moment.
There you go.
Hey, the Twinkies can help, you know?
That's right.
That's
They provide a
the
clarity of
lesson.
purpose.
Exactly. Want to be good at shooting? Eat some
Eat
Twinkies.
some Twinkies. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but apparently it does.
Yo, it's our boy Argyle. Hey, he's got his ride, you know? It all works out. That's how news reporters should be treated, frankly.
Yes,
I
I agree.
remember the rookie, like when Clint Eastwood gives the TV interview in that movie. It's so fucking
Oh
funny.
my god.
Okay, also just like to address it briefly, people bitching about this as a Christmas movie. I feel like the film actually makes it pretty on the nose.
Yeah. No,
There's like Christmas
because
trees in like every other shot. Like, come on, like.
yes, the holiday paper, all that shit. Like, no. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know we want to do like the counter backlash of, oh, actually, it's not. No, it is.
No, it is.
Like we got to give it up.
This is me on my reactionary. Let people enjoy things.
Yeah, kind. I mean, the thing is, like, what I don't understand is like, why do people care? You know, like, what is the stake here? Is like, is it or is it not a Christmas movie? Because basically, if you're arguing it, you're investing some kind of heavy meaning into the notion of what is or isn't Christmas, and who
Yeah,
fucking cares?
who
Like,
cares? Like, frankly, yeah. At this point, it's such a commercialized holiday.
yeah,
Anyways. It's
yeah.
like people celebrate in millions of kinds of ways at this point too. Like, you know. Anyways,
I mean,
though.
people who aren't Christians celebrate Christmas. Like, come on, like,
Exactly.
it's like there's
Exactly.
no rules anymore. Let fly free.
Exactly. But yeah,
That was Die Hard. So you haven't seen this in a number of years. What'd you think? What'd you think?
I liked it more. I actually appreciate it a lot more this time.
I'm glad.
I noticed things about the craft that I didn't. Use of lighting, camera movement, the way the structure of the film is set up narratively. It's a bitchin' ass action movie. I know I had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah, it works.
It works, yeah. I'm very glad I rewatched it, frankly. I think now, especially as someone who's done a more of a proper deep dive into this genre of movies again,
Yeah, you know
I
what you're
think
looking for.
I get out more out of it than before when I was like, a teenager, and I was like, I was still making my way through middlebrow Oscar bait movies, and I was like,
Oh
oh.
Lord.
It's like before I achieved the elevated plane of liking both great action movies and like slow cinema.
Right. No, that truly is the ultimate partition sphere. You know, that's like where where Hans Gruber just waltzing, listening to fucking Ode to Joy. We're
Yeah,
just
Ode
like,
to
yes,
Joy, yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
we've
the
achieved enlightenment.
the continental anthem of the European Union.
Yeah, I don't think that really worked out well for them, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's okay. In this case, the Yankee wins out anyway.
Oh God, what commentary do we do next? What do we talk? We still need to do Magic Mike
Magic Mike
Double
Double
XL.
XL is the next one, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a fun time.
yeah. We should like redo the one from Millennium Mambo Because now that I
Yeah,
have the Blu-ray, we
that
should
got
redo it.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, that one did get fucked up.
It's
But
just
that was like the
tragically.
first one we did, I think.
Yeah, we tried and didn't work out. It's okay.
So before this ends, Av, like, what's your definitive take on like Christmas, the season, the spirit, the legend, the depraved, commercialized excess?
It's like
Yeah, it's all right. I guess if you want to celebrate, maybe that's okay. I don't know. I mean, do what you got to do. But
with the right people, it could be something nice.
yeah, sure. I mean, you're the right people, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, so are you, so you know.
Oh, thank you. You know, that really is the Christmas spirit, I think. It's just being kind to your buds, your friends, your theys and thems, all the
Yeah,
people of the world
everybody.
who are not
Yeah.
shitheads.
Yes, exactly. And the oppressed masses of the world.
That's right. I mean, you know, Av, they did get us in Pearl Harbor. They did. But then they also got us a tape deck, so we kind of got screwed both ways. Fuck.
No, it's
These
true.
wily
It's true.
Japanese. What are they called next?
Population decline, I guess.
Damn. No, Shinzo Abe. Have sex.
Have sex.